Wow, wow, wow. I was just, jamming to the song. This is a very informative song from the Ministry of Health. And they are saying, love your body, treat your body right. I mean, we are all loving our bodies today, right? Yes, I welcome you back to the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. It is time to have our lifestyle conversation here on the show. And I am Miriam Abena Adedi. Now, today, we are discussing a very important topic. Now, Mpox, also known as monkeypox, has been in the news for some time, especially when the Director General for the World Health Organization declared it as a public health concern and, of course, an outbreak. And so, just like any outbreak, it is very crucial that we stay informed and also take proactive measures to live a healthy lives, especially, ways to protect ourselves from getting this disease, yes, which has become a public concern. And so today on the segment, we will be discussing that. I have with me an esteemed doctor from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, and he is the medical affairs coordinator for doctors in business students community, and he works with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital as a medical doctor. He's in the person of Dr. Richard Atto Ezi. Yeah, Ezi of Ezibana Didi. Yeah. So yes, he is my guest for our conversation today. But before you see him, let me remind you that this segment is proudly supported by Pimpamsi Housing Scheme and also the Clocksack Welfare Shop. You can also join the conversation by sending in your comments to our WhatsApp number, which has been displayed on the screen right now. And later in the segment, the phone lines will be opened. You can call and tell us whatever you think about Mpox, because it is something that we are all scared of. And today, I hope that our conversation is going to, wipe off any fear from you. And so you have to stay with us. And also, our birthday segments will be up next after this conversation. So stay with us. Now, let's get straight into the discussion. Hello, Doc.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. The way you mentioned the Zibana, I hope there's Banku Day.
No. Here we just give out, cocoa.
Hey,
because we want it to digest very fast. Right?
Healthy living, I mean.
Right, so thank you so much for, making it today. And I believe by the end of the conversation, we will all learn a thing or two, right?
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Now, let's start with the conversation. We are talking about Mpox. It has been in the news for some time, and even has been declared by the WHO as an outbreak. And so we are all concerned, we are all scared. Let's talk about it. In the first place, what is Mpox? And how different is it from the other poxes? We know chicken pox and then smallpox.
Okay. So Mpox is a viral genetic infection, and it's caused by the monkeypox virus.
Okay.
Formerly, it was isolated in the 1950s in Denmark when they were working on some monkey species from Singapore, and their strains just from the laboratory wise, it broke out there, and then that is where the first isolation happened. And so that's where the name monkeypox came about. Oh, okay. Until recently, WHO guidelines and things have want to not distinguish it, or doesn't want to make animals as a discriminatory thing. So then they said now no way to calling a disease by an animal. And so we now call it Mpox. That is how come you made mention about Mpox and not monkeypox. So it is an otopox virus, and then it is in the same genus as the smallpox. And so its presentations can be similar, like you are seeing, but then so it has different strains. Okay. So we have clade 1 and clade 2. Clade 1 is usually from the Congo Basin, and then the clade 2 is from the West African origin.
Okay. And
Until last year, we didn't have subtypes of clade 1 and 2, but now we have subtypes clade 1A and B, whilst clade 2 too, we have clade 2A and B. How is it different from other poxes? That was the other question that you asked, right? So for Mpox, presentation-wise, the most distinguishing feature, which I'm sure we'll mention it in passing, is the lymph adenopathy. So lymph adenopathy,
you have to speak
swollen.
a bit louder, so I can.
Okay. I hope this is.
Yeah, this is fine.
So we are talking about swollen limbs.
Okay.
When you get the disease, when you get infected with this disease, we have certain symptoms and signs that will show.
Okay.
And
Do
unlike
we
the
have
other,
images attached to what you're saying so we can display them?
I think so.
Okay, so we have a few sensitive videos that will be displayed in the course of the conversation, so you have to take note of that.
Okay, so like I was saying, from Mpox, when the development occurs, it starts from fever, that is a temperature of about 38 and above.
Okay.
We have muscle pain.
Okay.
We have what we call the lymph swelling. It can be armpit, it can be the groin area, and then the headaches as well. After this, that is a prodromal period from about a day to 4 or 5 days, or 3 days. Some literatures say 3 days. And then you will see that there's a characteristic rash. Yes. So this rash will develop at the skin, on the skin.
Okay.
But like,
can we see that on the screen, please?
What makes it
the rash, the one with the skin rashes?
What makes it different from smallpox is that, so for Mpox, it's a centrifugal distribution.
Centrifugal distribution. Okay.
And so we are talking about the face. It starts from the face, then the other extremities, the palms, the soles of the feet, the other. But for some poxes like the varicella, that is the chicken pox, it will start from, it's centripetal, so it will start from the trunk area. Yeah, you can have about 10 to 15 of these rashes happening. The rashes are in grades. First, you see a flat rash. I'm sure they will show them. Flat rash, then the macules, the papules, then it goes into the pustules, and then it gives you a chocolate dark brown crust. Yes, and for that, that's what it is known that we can take samples and go to our public reference laboratory that we have, Noguchi, and then the national the reference lab, to have it tested. Yes, so basically that's a few things about it. And then
with the symptoms, should I have all the symptoms before I know that I have, Mpox? You made mention of the fact that you might experience headache, the rashes, swelling under the armpits, your neck. Should I have all these symptoms before I know that, all these things are signs of Mpox, or just one, let's say the swelling armpit, and I can...
You will also have fatigue, if I forgot to mention. So once you have these symptoms, I mean, generally speaking, most of us have rashes and things like that. Now, there's a constellation of these symptoms which will prompt you that, hey, there's something out there. And that is why we are here, for the public education, so that early detection, contact tracing, and will educate the public about these symptoms, so that once you get these kind of symptoms, fever, headache, I mean, mind you, like any viral infection, it can come with flu too. So once you get some of these presentations that I'm talking about, or symptoms that I'm talking about, you should see the nearest health facility and then get tested.
Right.
And then,
With the rashes, does it just start on the hands or any part of the body?
like I said, most at times it starts from the
From the
face,
face.
and then you can see it from other parts of the body. So you see a flat discoloration of about 1 centimeters, Then in a day or two, it is changing. So from the macles, from the macles, then you see a raised papules, and then you have the vesicles, and then the pustules, and then the skips. So from D1 to D2, you have the macles, then the papules will also start appearing in D2. So it's the same flat surface that you will now see that it is coming up. I mean, it is, and it is being filled with fluid and vesicles like that.
Right. Well, if you just joined us, this is the lifestyle segment here on the Cocoa Digest Morning Show, and we've been discussing Mpox, ways to protect ourselves, and I've been doing this with Dr. Richard Ato Edi. He is a medical doctor from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, and he's helping us with the education. We're also reminding you that you can send in your comments to our WhatsApp number, which has been displayed on the screen, and also our streaming platforms as well. You can also call in, getting to the end of the segment. So you tell us or ask any question regarding Mpox. So we just, explained what Mpox is, and we also looked at some symptoms and signs of this disease. Now, Doc, let's talk about the transmission. How does it transmit from person to person?
Okay, so you've actually answered one of the. So yes, for transmission we have human to human transmission.
Okay.
And then we have animals to human. Like I said, it's a zoonotic infection.
Okay.
And so for the human to human, we have direct contact with the infected person.
Like skin to
skin.
Hugging.
I mean,
kissing.
yes, kissing. It's been found to be in body fluids as well. So they see, similarly, we have a respiratory droplet, sneezing.
Okay.
Yes, and then we have, they can even be on surfaces, contaminated surfaces, what we call the fomites. So they can harbor in some of these crevices and things. So beddings, fomites. So once an infected person has this even and then sleeps there, and the crust the surface gets infected, you can get that one. Then we have the animal to the scratch, those who are into the bush farming, scratch, bite, and even the other thing is eating unwholesome or uncooked meat. I mean, those who like squirrels and rats and rodents. That's what we are talking about. So that's the main form of transmission here.
So basically, you're just telling us to stop eating meat, right?
So if you can now, because it's a public health concern, bush meat.
The dog is saying we should all put a stop to, consuming meat,
you
especially.
can hold on to it until.
Yaira, I hope you are listening. Right. So that was the transmission method. Are there some misconceptions, surrounding this whole Mpox disease?
So people think it's a curse, something like COVID is coming again, and a whole lot. Like every other viral infection, I mean, for Mpox, because of vaccination, I mean, I'm sure we'll come to how
We'll come to that. Yes.
But then because of vaccination, and it doesn't have direct vaccine, we used to use the smallpox vaccination. And as at in the 1970s, we eradicated the smallpox in our sub-region here. And so those from 1980s and above, the Gen Zs and the millennials, we've not been vaccinated for this infection or this disease. And so you see that we are the most vulnerable. Usually the high risk or the most people that will affect again is the children, the pregnant women, immunocompromised people, so sex workers and things like that. So misconception-wise, like any other disease or infection, um, it can okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and there's an outbreak, and so I think proper education to properly address some of these things and disregard some of these misconceptions, the cares and things like that is the way to go, so that we will minimize people from spreading. Because once you tell somebody that you are being cursed and things, you will not even
get closer,
go to the hospital for us to treat. And
but since the transmission is person to person, I mean, getting very close to people, I think sometimes the misconceptions can also help to, push away.
In health, we don't do a misconception. It's what it is.
It was just something. But let me take you back to the transmission.
Yeah.
You said it is from human to human, and so direct contact, kissing, and other things. We live in Accra, for instance. We are highly populated, right? In a room, it could, occupy about 6 to 7 people in a room. What do you think are some ways that people living in highly populated areas can also protect themselves from contacting the disease or the infection?
So this is actually good. For this disease, ways of protecting yourselves and things are observing contact, observing the social distance, if I can use that term, and then also avoiding contact with an infected person if you know, and then avoiding practicing good food practices like cooking meat thoroughly. And if you can avoid bushmeat also, you can also wear the protective clothing, the face mask if you have cold, and then you also practice good hand hygiene, hand washing or sanitizers. We can use them. I mean, like the way we were practicing for. And then if you have any illness or anything, seek for help, the nearest health facility. If you are sick, you can isolate. You see, that's basically, and then also handling of your burdens, because I made mention of contact. So like laundries and things. I mean, we should properly good hygiene, and then once you see symptoms and things, you start wearing gloves if you are, and then the health workers too should protect themselves from some of these.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc. And we are reminding our viewers that the phone lines have been opened and the number is being displayed on the screen, 0500 500 423, 0500 500 423. You can call in and ask any question regarding Mpox, and Doc is here to give you all the answers you need. Now, Doc, we have a question here for you. Someone wants to know if there have been any outbreak yet in Ghana.
No, so now we don't have any confirmed cases. We don't have any confirmed cases yet. Sorry.
Okay, so let's talk about how you diagnose Mpox.
Okay.
As a medical doctor, how do you diagnose it, and also look at some available support that you can give to people that might have Mpox?
Okay. So as a health or medical doctor, we have what we call the case definition, where we use to diagnose it. And for the case definition, we have confirmed we have possible diagnosis and then confirmed case of it. So the case definition, we are looking at an individual who presents with fever about 38 degrees Celsius, muscle pain. We have muscle pain, lymphadenopathies, and then maybe a characteristic rash that I talked about. And once the patient presents with that, we will quickly take samples. We would obviously have examined the patient, and then we'll take samples to our public reference lab and then Nguchi. So once the case has come and then it is confirmed, then now we manage. Management-wise, It is also self-limiting. About 2 to 4 weeks, it can go, but it can leave scars on your body or
okay.
skin. So those models and things, unless they use all the things, the skin care, you know the skin care.
We know.
That you
If it
can
doesn't go,
use.
we'll tone the skin.
Ish. So basically that, and then we will do symptoms management. If it is
Okay.
fever, we will give antipyrexia for the fever.
Okay.
If it is muscle pain, we give pain meds for it. And then yeah, basically
Right.
we will treat the symptoms as it is.
Okay. So
Also,
I have a follow-up to the person's question that you answered with regards to we not having any case yet. Let's assume that we are yet to have one, right? Just like any other outbreak, like COVID and other things, we didn't know we're going to have it, and it happened. And you know, there were some proactive measures like isolation centers and other things that were put in place should in case we have such cases. What do you think, or what is your outfit or medical practitioners in that field doing to help curb the situation if we should have cases of such in future?
well, I think we have infectious disease centers around here, and then we are also aware about the disease. Just last 2 days or 3 days, we had to attend a program, a CPD program, to tell us that it's around and we should be careful about it. We should practice the hand hygiene. We should wear the protective clothing, and we should vaccinate if possible, as soon as possible. And then the other hand sanitizers, hand washing, wearing of nose masks, and things are all in place. So for the health facilities and healthcare aspects, we can we can wear these or start the practices of these things, and then I think it will help.
That should be for the angle of the health service, Ghana Health Service. Now let's look at what you think governments can do to, help, even avoid us getting contact.
So you want them to lock us down?
I would have been glad. I mean, a lot of things happen.
Why? You work. You don't want to come to work. Hey, if they lock us down, how will you get money anyway? So government, I think is doing what it can do to save the situation. I mean, day in and day out, the releases from Ghana Health Service and Ministry of Health about the outbreak is there. The press release and the caution to the public is there. There should be more of these, more of public education and awareness, so that once the patient has these symptoms, prompt care should be given, or should see the nearest facility, and then will be given to them. And so I think they can do more.
Yeah, I think they are doing so well.
Yeah.
Even last week, it was recorded that travelers were being diagnosed, checked if they had symptoms of Mpox before leaving the country and also getting in.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Right.
So you travel a lot.
Oh, no, it was in the news. Hey, the only things I've traveled to is Kumasi. Right. We'll be wrapping up shortly, but let's look at the global perspective of this. Let's compare Mpox to other outbreaks. How severe, how serious do you think Mpox is as compared to other outbreaks, like COVID?
It can be fatal. It can be fatal. Comparing it to COVID and other outbreaks, and to global burden wise, just last year, 2023, 2022, we recorded there was case in our sub-region, Nigeria, Sierra Leone. The Westerners are also recording cases as well, and interestingly, when you get the clade 1 is the Congo DRC one. That is more virulent. When you say more virulent, like it causes more the disease burden on it is very high than the ones that we have here. And it can have danger signs. It can affect your eyes. It can affect so vision loss. It can cause renal impairment, systemic causes, and things like that. It can even lead to death. Yes. People are careful about it, or we are cautious about the whole thing.
Right. So we have a comment here, and this is from, there's no name. Please, good morning. Your show is very educative, and it is a nice teaching on lifestyle. Okay, please, when did you start the birthday segment? Okay, I think you mean when will we start the segment for birthdays? It is right after this conversation, so you have to stay with us because it is coming up very, very soon. And thank you so much for your comments. This is also from Ajwa inside Kaswa. Ajwa says, I'm enjoying the show. It is very educative. Thank you, Mimi, and your guests. Thank you so much, Ajwa, for bringing in your comment. Albert from Kaswa also says, good morning, Mimi. I am enjoying the show and it is very educative and insightful. I'm glad you are sharing this insight on Mpox because I am very, very scared. Looking at the rashes on the screen, I hope I don't get this because I will die immediately. Oh.
You won't die. You won't die.
You won't die. But do you think the fear of having it can also, kill people? Do you think that is possible?
Fear can cause a lot of things. So it's a possibility. But the whole point is once you practice the safety measures that WHO, Ghana Health Service, and other agencies are putting in place, I think you should be fine. You should be able to live good, wash your hands, isolate if you are sick. We will do the contact tracing, report immediately to the facilities and things like that. So, I mean, you shouldn't be in fear. You should just present. I think Ghanaians don't like going to the hospital.
We don't.
You don't. I always tell people that the doctors are there and they are being paid, so go there. If you don't go, they won't get work to do. So go to the clinics and the hospital.
I get it. So we'll be taking your last words very soon, but let's talk about vaccines. You made mention of the fact that currently we don't have vaccines for Mpox. It is that for the smallpox that is being used.
Yes.
Is that a case?
Yes. So for that, it has 85% potency. Okay. So it can also be used for Mpox. Okay. We have the Gynos and then the ICAM 2000. The Gynos is also, it will boost your immune. It's a live vaccine, so it will boost your immune system and prevent the infection. We can give it even after the infection, a day to, it would be 1 to day 4 of you having a confirmed or getting the infection. Some literatures also say even up to 14 days we can give that, and it gives us protection for the virus, or the disease. Sorry. Right. So vaccination is important, and it's one way to also address, or one way to curb this this menace that we are facing now.
Would you advise Ghanaians to get vaccinated against it?
Yes, Ghanaians don't like vaccination. I think there is a whole topic about readiness to vaccine, to people to vaccine. I remember when COVID came in, we all had to take vaccines. People didn't want to take because, I mean, they have the other side effects of it. But I think we should vaccinate. Once we avail ourselves, vaccinate, we would reduce the caseload and the burden, and then we can curb, or we can reduce the risk of having this.
Right. So, lastly, is the treatment free for Mpox? Is it free?
Because it's a public health concern, I don't know yet. I'm yet to check, but then
I think it's likely to be free, right?
It may be like COVID.
Oh, okay. We are hoping.
It's like COVID.
So, Doc, just give us your last words so we wrap up.
Oh, I think people should be aware that there's Mpox in around us. People should practice the safety measures put in place. We should isolate when you are sick. we should avoid contact with meat and infected meat and give contact, wear the protective clothes, and health workers should be more abreast with what is happening in the trending terms, and we should read more. We should get the things when you are traveling to a place that has been confirmed. Please get your sanitizers and all the things that you will need for that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Doc, for coming on the show to give us this education. We are very, very grateful.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody too, and some people just said, okay, once you are coming, just say hello to us.
Okay.
So yes, my dad, Prof. Ezi, from UCC.
Okay.
I mean, and then my squad.
Very
Dr. Samuel Donko from Techiman.
Okay.
And then Dr. Santi Krobia, Dr. Henry Afu.
Okay.
Yeah, they are all doing great. I think keep on the good work that you are doing at your facilities.
I know they are all watching you today.
They are. And my Charlie, all of them. So, and then my UCC people, I think they are all doing well.
Yeah.
And my Kolebu, my staff team, E people, and everybody. And then Global Medical Solutions dealers in medical equipment. They sell equipment in healthcare. So you can, and then we also have services like X-ray labs and things at Kanishi Modestly. Also, my doctors in business community, student community.
Yeah. I think when I was mentioning your credentials, I forgot to mention that you're a coordinator at the Global Medical Solutions, right?
Yes. I'm a coordinator at the Global Medical Solutions.
Yeah.
We are the dealers in hospital equipment. So anything hospital you can. When you are ready, you contact us.
Don't worry. I'll be opening a hospital very soon. So
okay.
Thank you once again. And so this is where we end the lifestyle segment here on the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. I hope you learned something. I hope you've been informed and also educated by our discussion. I hope you're going to live a healthy life, by practicing the basic, proactive measures we mentioned here on the show. And at the end of the day, we are all going to live a healthy life. Thank you so much. I am Miriam Abna Adede, and I did this with Dr. Richard Ato Edi, and he's a medical doctor with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Please stay with us. Birthday segment is up.
I heard today was your birthday. I heard today was your birthday.
All right, so you're welcome back. Now, we have amazing personalities to celebrate today. Now, let's take our first birthday celebrant. And, okay. Happy birthday to myself. Praying for more money in the years ahead. Okay, we are also praying, to support you to get more money so that you give us some. This is from Kamal. I want to wish my dear friend Amanda a happy birthday, and may God bless the rest of her days with happiness and joy. Your best friend, Kamal. Okay, happy blessed 54th birthday, Mommy. We appreciate you for all you do for us. May God continue to bless you with long life, good health, and strength. May God always give you reasons to be happy. We love you so much. And this is from her children and grandchildren. Happy birthday. I hope all your birthday wishes and dreams come true. A wish for you on your birthday: whatever you ask, may you receive. Whatever you seek, may you find. Whatever you wish, may it be fulfilled on your birthday and always. Happy birthday, Divine. This is from Bevlin, and she's saying, happy birthday, Unya. May God's steadfast love never cease in your life. It is such a perfect day with all the winds and lights around, with all the stars in the sky moving closer to us. All this is to wish you a happy birthday. I am so glad that I met you in my life. I have learned so much from you, and I sincerely admire the way you feel okay. I think when we are sending in our birthday messages and wishes, we have to be very clear with whatever we write. So I think we'll have to take the next one. Okay, so this is from Na Mankwa Evelyn to Dickness Mrs. Agnes Quay, and she happens to be my grandmom as well. Happy birthday to my mom, Madam Agnes Quay. You have always been a great mom. God bless your new age with long life and good health. Enjoy your day, Auntie Agi, as we affectionately call you, from your daughter, Na Amankwa Evelyn, and also from me here in the studio. Okay, and it is the same wish here for the same person. It is your enduring love that I think of when I'm feeling down. You always find the right words to comfort me during hard times. That's why celebrating you on this special day is so important to me. Thank you for everything. Happy birthday, Mom. Warmest wishes to, warmest wishes on your birthday. I hope it is everything you wish for. Enjoy your day to the fullest. I hope your celebration gives you many happy memories. Enjoy your special day, Priscilla at Champong. And we also have a birthday here, and this is to Mamiesi Adabua. A happy birthday to you, Mamiesi Adabua, and this is from Raindorf. Right, so we thank you so much for bringing in your birthday messages and also your comments during the lifestyle segment. I am Miriam Abnadede. Up next, Clement Yabankwe is taking us into the world of business. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.